Hello and welcome to this episode of The Sports Review. As always, I'm your host, Emmanuel Tobe, and today I'm joined with analysts Evan Abenstein and JJ, who will do an in-depth review of the movies Hoosiers, Coach Carter, and Hurricane Season. We'll dive into the most important social identities and why they're important to these films. So, Evan, starting with you, tell me about these movies.
Well, in all three movies, you have a coach come in to a team that needs a lot of help, more so than just winning, but finding their identity as a team. Specifically in Hoosiers, we see it with Coach Dale. He comes in with a dark past and with no respect from the players. It's a huge basketball town, and he comes in and he makes his mark immediately, felt with the players, with the town, with the fans, and in Coach Carter as well. Coach Carter comes in, he has a lot of respect from the overall school because of his name there, but he doesn't have respect from the players yet, and he has really hard-hitting values as a coach to the players. So he and his son is also on the team. So overall, all these coaches come in and they try and be a father figure to the players, more so than just a coach. They care more about the players moving on in their lives than just as a coach or than just winning.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very interesting contextual situation in hurricane season, as obviously it takes place right after Hurricane Katrina, and this coach has a very interesting dynamic with his own family where his wife says he's ignoring them essentially, and that after one of his players kind of provokes a response saying, I need this now. This is what I need, not I need a court to play on. I can't just be sitting at home after this great disaster. So we see our coach come in same type of situation as a father figure.
So yeah, all these coaches, they're a father figure to these players. You know, the players might not realize it at first because they just think that it's just about basketball, but overall it's about their lives and improving their lives for the future.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's start with the one clip. We're looking at Hoosiers.
I just want to discuss this with him, all right? Just take it easy. You can shit in your eyes.
Now relax. I didn't have the best day.
You're pathetic, you know that? You're disgrace to your profession.
Relax.
Kick me out of the game.
You put me on.
No, kick me out of the game. I'm going to start screaming like a mad fool.
Well, I guess you got your reasons. You're out of here.
What? Come on. That's ridiculous. I've done it again. It's up to you now.
It's a very interesting dynamic within Hoosiers as we see Coach Dale come in after following the tragic loss of the former coach, and Jimmy's the star player of the team, and he's very lost. He doesn't really have anybody to look up to. We see him shooting hoops the whole time, but he never says a word through the entire first half of the film. And Coach Dale even goes as far as to say, like, I don't need you here, and that kind of provokes the response, and then he accepts Coach Dale as a father figure in his life.
And we also see it in a different part of the film through Raid and his relationship with Shooter. Shooter is a great basketball mind, and Coach Dale knows this, but he doesn't bring Shooter on as a coach just because of his basketball mind. Shooter is a drunk moron out there all the time. He's making a fool out of himself and Raid. Coach Dale tries to repair that relationship because that's more important to him. He wants to see Raid succeed, he wants to see Shooter succeed, and he wants to see them succeed together. And that's how he comes in as a father figure. He wants to see his entire team succeed. He wants to see the lowest guy on the bench who shoots free throws underhand. He wants to see him succeed in the big moment. So it's more than just winning basketball games for Coach Dale. It's seeing his guys succeed on and off the court.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to take a look at this next scene in Coach Carter. I'll have y'all break that down as well.
See your son? Yes, sir. Damien Carter.
right, now Evan, break down what we saw in that scene.
So the scene that we just watched is obviously a big party scene. The players just won a massive tournament and they want to celebrate. And the team sneaks out of the hotel room and they go to this party, and Coach Carter finds out, and instead of just letting his team enjoy the big win and enjoy a party, he storms over to the party and he tells his players, like, get your butts out of here, you're not partying here, we're a respectable team. He doesn't want them just getting drunk with a bunch of random students from another school. He wants them to be in their hotel rooms sleeping, and it specifically comes into his son. He went to go talk to his son right before this, and his son wasn't there because he snuck out with the rest of the team. So he storms over there. He's like, Damian Carter, get your butt over here, because he wants the team to be more than just a winning basketball team. And later in the scene, one of the teammates asks, we're winning, isn't that all you want? But that's not all Coach Carter wants. Coach Carter wants them to all go to college afterwards. The percentage of kids that go to college in this film is 20% or less. So, if he can get his entire team scholarships or even in college through grades and their play, he cares more about their grades than their play on the court. He even shut down the team when they were 17-0. Just because they weren't meeting grades. So it's clearly more than just basketball for Coach Carter.
All right, well, we're talking about basketball. We have one more clip to see, and that's in hurricane season. We'll play that right up.
I gotta play for my brother.
Hey, man, I'm sorry about your brother.
Yeah, we down with you, bro. We down with you, B.
Real talk. Me too, dog. Your teammates. We your brothers now.
Coach Al said, only in food don't change.
And that was a clip from hurricane season. So JJ, break down what we saw in that.
It's a really fascinating moment in the movie where we see Brian finally break down from being his independent self and kind of accepting the team as his family. There's even that little bit at the end where they come together, and rather than saying win or go team, something like that, they say brothers. Brian's recovering from the loss of his brother, and because of that, his actual father, his biological father, has really come down hard on him, and it's become a problem in his life where he feels too pressured. He's wanted to leave the team, and he's really butting heads with the head coach. There's a quick little clip there where you see the head coach. He doesn't say anything. He's literally just sitting outside the locker room. But you see there, he's kind of happy with the result. He sees that all the work he's been putting in is finally coming together, and this team is bonding. Again, Brian being that main quintessential character, we see just how well this team is able to move forward as brothers and replace the loss of his biological family with this team dynamic. And yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Evan, do you have anything to add?
No, it's just overall, you can just see him as a father figure to these players in a time of need, which it just relates to all the other films that we've just talked about.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that was all the time that we have for this episode of The Sports Review. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to catch more of us breaking down movies, stay right here in The Sports Review.